Hey everybody, David the AI Guide here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And also, please check out the interview that we just posted with Professor Chandra Krentz of UCSB. She is the Vice Chair of Computer Science at University of California, Santa Barbara, which is one of the premier computer science programs in the United States. And her specialty is AI for smart farming and for sensors, which people also called IoT or Internet of Things. So be sure to check out that video. Fantastic interview. Professor Krentz is amazing, and we are very thankful to her for sharing her time and expertise with us to bring new insights from the cutting edge to my audience here on the AI Guide. So thank you so much, Professor Krentz. And today we're going to break down how one of the biggest tech companies on the planet is using AI and how they're changing the use of AI. So I'm going to do something today I usually don't do, and that is actually read something to you, because it's very important that I read you exactly what Facebook has said. This is breaking news from Facebook a couple of weeks ago about new uses of AI, and it's very important that I read you exactly how they phrased it so that I can comment correctly on it. So Facebook AI says, today we're announcing a project called Learning from Videos, designed to automatically learn audio, text, and visual representations from the data in publicly available videos uploaded to Facebook. By learning from videos spanning nearly every country and hundreds of languages, this project will not just help us continuously improve our core AI systems for applications like content recommendation and policy enforcement, it will enable entirely new experiences. So let's stop there first. So Facebook has been using AI for a while now, machine learning AI, to once you watch something, they'll recommend something else that you will like. And they say also for policy enforcement. This is to prevent hate speech and bad stuff from being spread all over the internet. And this largely resulted from the tampering in the election back in 2016 from Russia that has been thoroughly documented and is widely known at this point. But at that point, new rules were put in by Facebook and other tech platforms requiring proof of who you are to post political content, and general policy enforcement. Why do they use AI to do that? Well, 100,000 videos a day are posted to Facebook, and that's too low of a number. It's millions. There's no way to keep up with that with human beings, so they have to use AI for that. So they've been using AI for a long time, but it's been machine learning, and we're going to break that down more in just a second. So continuing reading, this is also part of our broader efforts towards building machines that learn like humans do, from any example, not just ones where experts have labeled. So we just did a video on the difference between machine learning and deep learning, and that difference is supervised learning, which means you have to label examples of what you want the AI to look for, versus unsupervised learning or deep learning, where you do not have to label the inputs. The first application of our new AI is now live in Instagram Reels recommendation system. The article from Facebook goes on to say, and this is on the Facebook website, continuously learning from the world around us is one of the hallmarks of human intelligence. Just as we quickly learn to recognize people, places, things, and actions through observation, AI systems will be smarter and more useful if they can mimic the way humans learn. In just the last couple of years, this means since 2019, this is new, Facebook has made substantial breakthroughs in self-supervised learning across speech, vision, and language. This is the breakthrough of neural nets. They are talking about the breakthrough of deep learning, also known as neural nets, which is rapidly changing the world. Why? Because neural nets can learn on their own, whereas machine learning required labeled examples. And this is exactly what Facebook, one of the biggest tech companies on the planet, is saying. These advancements have made AI systems less dependent on labeled data sets, aka human beings training them, a fundamental bottleneck on the pace of AI innovation. Why? Because it needs humans to do it. So that AI can start understanding the world through vast amounts of observational data like humans do. Every day, people around the globe share videos on Facebook products, building AI that learns from publicly available videos. And by the way, anything you post in social media is public property, just to let you know, although you do retain copyright on original content like this. This will help us create machines that better analyze uncurated real-world sights and sounds, not just examples that are part of a much smaller hand-curated data set, meaning labeled machine learning, supervised learning data set. We've talked a lot about the huge breakthrough in neural nets that completely changed AI. And this started in 2012 with Jeff Hinton and his team submitting a neural net at the ImageNet competition that bested all the machine learning programs at the time. It had never been done before. Labeled sets had always outperformed unlabeled, unsupervised data sets, neural nets, up to that point. So Jeff Hinton and Jan LeCun and one other guy, I'm sorry to you, whoever you are, received the Turing Award, which is the Nobel Prize in Computing, in 2018 for this breakthrough. Because Jan LeCun separately had been working on neural nets for years, as well as this third person who I will correct in a future video to let you know who that person is. And then, as we've talked about, AI being an exponential technology with the breakthrough of neural nets, compounded by another breakthrough exponential technology, cloud computing, has dramatically accelerated what AI can do. And I've given over 125 different examples of that already. And there's more every day, so much I can't even keep up with it now. But we're doing our best. But to hear Facebook launch their first neural net AI application just this month, May of 2021, and to hear them talk about the breakthrough from supervised, aka human-managed AI learning to self-learning is really something. And it's all happened really since 2018 as neural net technology improved dramatically between 2012 and 2015, and then further between 2015 and 2018 as more and more firms got involved in neural net development, because originally it was just Jeff Hinton and his group at the University of Toronto. Then they went to Microsoft and IBM and helped them with their first neural nets. And then they went to Google and helped them with their first neural net. And then it went to Facebook. So now it's the gold standard. Sea change in AI, all in very, very recent history. You can see this posting on Facebook's website. for a free AI resource that will teach you much, much more about AI than we can do technically here on this channel. Click the link below for the free resource. Also, again, check out Professor Krentz's interview. It's amazing. It's fantastic. Thanks. Take care. Talk to you next time. Bye.